Playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Hands up! Lead! Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Regular. 26, Mike. 26, Mike. Watch it go. 368. Watch twist. Hey, Haywood. Ice.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Well, he's going to take a shot right away, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Shoot! Here you go, can. Fight it.
To throw again. Dalton, he's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
368. Mike spot 4. You got nothing yet.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, getting the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Here you go, can.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
They look to throw on third with Dalton. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Andy Dalton looked good on that pass, but I'll tell you what, all time in his career against Pittsburgh, it has been a struggle. 3-12 as a starter against these Steelers. Just more evidence of their dominance over the years in the AFC North. Dalton bootlegs out. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Check 4, check 4. Check. Lucky.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
54.
They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton, he's got his man here. It's Green. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. So we have now seen connection number 1 between Dalton and Adriel Jeremiah, A.J. Green.
Say that again.
Adriel Jeremiah.
Look at you. You are full of knowledge and information. And you know something? I bet Andy Dalton learned his full name as well because he figured out quickly, this is going to be my number 1 target. I got to know this guy in a big way.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Check 52.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Big go, 368.
Mixon with a first down carry. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They'll go to Pirine, trying to pound it in. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard line. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey. You got three. Three down. Check 43. Switch.
Dalton on the draw to Mixon. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. But they need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Dalton here from the gun. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. On the carry, it's Muhammad. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now it's Rudolph. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh. Check 15. Check 61. Matchbox white.
Now Rudolph on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Preston Brown. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
52's the mic right here. Go. Let's bring it. Where's the...
Rudolph looking to throw it. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively.
2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Rudolph. He'll get this one to Switzer. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 28.
1st down, Steelers.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? On 1st down, Muhammad. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Bengals' 28-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey. Go.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, you're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Here's Dalton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here you go.
54, Mike, 54.
Hey, wahoo!
54.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carlos Dunlap. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Rudolph. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
Look at me, zipper.
Check 52.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
80 weapons. Two by two. Move.
26, Mike. 26.
First and 10 for Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's caught inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Deuce.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Joe Mixon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Dalton. He completes it to Boyd. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Dalton. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
There.
Rudolph looking to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Rudolph. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Watch Mike, watch Mike. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Rudolph now to throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Set. Send Lobo.
All day, all day.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
52, Mike, 52.
Shoot.
On 1st down, it's Rudolph. Open man is Schwitzer, complete. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Go. Let's go.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Down. 60 or.
Yeah. 5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2, Mike 5-2.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 stop.
Here we go. Watch the flag.
Hey, Charlie. Hey.
57's right. There's a party now. What? 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 57. Mike. 57.
On 1st down, Rudolph. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. 57's the Mike. Watch 57.
Get it.
From the red zone now, Rudolph. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Rudolph. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Watch tight. Tight is right.
Again, it's Rudolph. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because Now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They go again with Muhammad. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
15 line. 15 line.
I got one. 52 is the mic right here over there.
Hey, Alpha.
Hey, tight. Where's 52?
Yep.
52 is the mic. I can't believe you let you play.
Ready?
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rudolph. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
First down.
Set, ready? 18 Gator. Go.
Watch QB drop. Watch 52. Hey, keep it up.
Hey, exit.
52.
They'll run on 1st down. Muhammad. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Rudolph. Outright, he gets this one to Switzer. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. On 1st down, it's Samuels. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Ready. 60 outlaw. Hey, echo.
52, Mike 52.
Yeah.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Shoot.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rudolph. Got an open man. It's Washington. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Orbit.
Wide, get wide.
Pilot, 64, weak. Lead grip.
Here's Rudolph. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Go.
52 to Mike, 52. Target.
Now.
Motion, check. Shift.
Get it.
Rudolph. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
We got to step it up. Alert 3.
Blue draw Porker. Let go.
Rudolph throwing again. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Dalton now to pass. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Leave! 54! You ain't going nowhere.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Dalton. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Andy Dalton now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Dalton here from the gun. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
A gain of 2.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
49-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Don't let him breathe. Play that shot deep. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's set a tone.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? He's got his man here. It's Green. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Bengals 6.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
26 Mike.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for 2.
So right. You got 3 down.
5-6.
From the gun, Dalton toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. He'll get this one to Switzer. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep. Freestone travel. Ready.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Let's go now. 10-2 stop. I'm coming.
On 1st down, Muhammad. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. First and 10 for Dalton. Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And Dalton to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. A gain there of 21 yards. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't even save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Dalton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dalton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run with Mixon. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run with Mixon. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Come on, set, 50, plant.
I got you. Check. Fresno.
Shoot.
They'll keep it on the ground. Muhammad, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Let's go, man.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Dalton. Got a man open, it's Ross. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Passing, it's Dalton. And that will be incomplete. Artie Burns, former first-rounder, there to break that one up. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well-coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. Now the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
They'll run on 1st down. Muhammad. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Hey, 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here I come.
They'll keep it on the ground. Muhammad. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I'll bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Steelers, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.